Oh, g'day everybody. Welcome back to Greenwich Valley for episode number 12. Yes, number 12. So, as you can see, we've skipped a little bit of time. It's day one of early summer. We've skipped a day, but during that day off camera, I did some contracts. And you can see our money's up to 92,944. I have already purchased this morning a pickup trailer, and we're down at the store now to purchase and collect a windrower. Why are we doing this? Because our fields are ready to cut, our grass fields. They are dry enough. I checked them this morning. They're sitting at about 19% moisture, which is below the 20% that we need, and they are 100% grown. So I'm pretty excited that we actually get to do some cutting. So we will buy this windrower, which is the one that I selected and I'd sort of had my mind set on. Okay. Lovely. So it's always exciting to get your first cut in when you're playing seasons. Thankfully, there are enough fertilizing jobs to help me boost our income a little bit, but certainly enough to allow us to purchase another couple of pieces of equipment which we were going to need today for this job. So let's throw him in there and connect you. So what I might do is I'm going to drive back to the farm, and while I'm doing that I will cut to the footage that I recorded with the drone while I was doing some of those contracts. So I will see you after that. Welcome back everybody. As you can see from the footage, we did about six contract jobs, some large and some a little bit smaller, but it certainly gave us a good amount of income, and certainly an amount of income that we definitely needed and desperately needed, so that might help tide us over for a little bit. I was considering the idea of perhaps purchasing another couple of smaller pieces of land, probably a couple of grass fields, and investing in a loan and purchasing a maybe a bale wrapper. But I was having a look at the price of silage, especially at the moment. I assume that it will go up, and it certainly doesn't make it worthwhile at this point in time. However, if I was to perhaps get a couple of cuts out of those fields and a couple of lots of silage bales, then it might actually pay off. So we'll consider that, and we might at some point over the next couple of days head down there and head down and have a look at a couple of fields. I've got a couple below town, below Ballymore, that I'm thinking of purchasing, so we could probably head down and have a look at those. But for now, it's time to get some cutting done. Alright, connect that up. And this will be the first time that we've used these Kubotas, which again is another exciting thing. Just get in there a little bit more. There we go. May have been just a tad too close, so I think we'll start on field 24. 24 is going to be the silage, I think, and then 25 will be our hay. So alright, it's going to be a little bit tight through here. There we go. Can probably unfold this beast as we come out of here. And let's have a look at that. Unfold him. So we want to try and get as much as we possibly can without going too close to the edge. I don't like windrowing too close to hedges, so let's drop him in here and see how we go. Alright, that should be alright there. Front mower, turn him on. Oh, turn him on, drop him down, and off we go if we get in the right gear. Alright, very nice. I'm not sure exactly what these fields are going to yield, but I'm sure we'll get a pretty good crop out of them. They had only had one stage of fertilisation, which we couldn't really do much about because it wouldn't allow us to do any more. But I'm sure next cut we'll have a full stage of fertilisation, and then next season we'll also have it all ploughed. Alright, I will see you when this has been cut. Now, I'm a little bit confused as to what's gone on there. Okay, so we've got grass here. I'm not sure whether this measures this or not. But that looks like hay to me. Alright, that's a bit strange. Now I want to get this picked up before we move on to the next field, just in case. We've had some pretty random rain here, and for that reason I just want to make sure that we get it picked up, just in case we have some sort of sprinkle and it takes away from the amount of grass we've got lying down here. So we'll windrow this up. That really does look like hay to me. It's a bit weird. Alright. But lovely. That's our first grass cut. Very, very happy about that. I'll run in here and drop this stuff off, I think. I'll drop you off here. There we go. Ah, yes. Lovely. So it actually felt like we were cutting a lot of grass then. But I did notice that mower doesn't perform. The three different blades don't perform very well going around corners, but we're always leaving a little streak and missing a little bit of grass, but that's alright, we got it done. So we'll load you up. Try and go wide here and hope that we get around. Yep, lovely. Okay, I think I might start down here actually. So we'll unfold him. Wire him down and we will get this going. Sorry about my phone going off. All right. Seems to be rowing pretty well. Where are we going to go from here? Probably should have thought about this a little bit better, but no drama. Alright, I might time-lapse this and I will see you when we're finished. Alright, so I know that most of you are probably sitting there cringing at the non-neatness, what I say, of my windrowing. But it gets the job done, right? This windrower has a little bit of an issue, I think. It was doing that shaking around the whole time that we were rowing as well, so I'll have to look into that, and I might have to actually get rid of it and get something else, which is a bit sad because it's the perfect size, so maybe I can find another mod. If you do know another mod windrower that's probably about the same size, then that would be awesome. Just post it below and I'll have a look at it. Okay, so that's our first cut of grass. Our first windrow for this map. Drop you off there, buddy. And we'll go and pick up the crone. There she is. And go and pick this stuff up. Get it into this silage pit. And then we're ready to go. Beautiful. Alright. Come on. Come on. So it certainly helped us out financially a lot doing those contracts. And we'll probably continue to do that. I will be utilizing the option at times of actually employing somebody. Going around there, yes you are. Of actually employing a worker on the farm as well. You know, I think that's only fair enough. And what we'll probably do with that worker is use them to do some of the contracts. So I mean, we'll do some ourselves, don't get me wrong, but utilize them to do some of the contracts that we pick up, which will help us with a little bit of income. We still need to consider what's going to happen when it comes to spraying weeds, because we don't have a sprayer, and also doing our harvesting. Come on. Okay, so maybe I did do the rows a little bit thick. I think some of them are double rows and others aren't. She's pounding to go through here with 100% motor load, but not much slippage, so come on. Geez, you'd bloody think, what, 235 horsepower to get up this hill pretty easily, wouldn't you? But we've got 16% slip. Let's mess around with these modes. Come on. You can do it. There we go, a little bit of downhill works a lot better. Okay. So we're at 100%. We'll raise that. Oh. And head up and dump our first lot into the pit. Oh yeah, that reminds me. If you remember in last episode, I kind of got a little bit stuck in the mud up on field 22, I think it was, after doing a bit of fertilizing. And I couldn't remember the name of the mod that I'd installed, which is the one that gives you that motor load and slippage down the bottom. The mod was... where are we? Added Realism for Vehicles by 900 Hassie. I hope I said Hassie right. And I think that mod is probably the reason why this 235 horsepower tractor is actually struggling to pull this small loading wagon. So I might do a little bit of a test on it at some point. Alright, silage for cows. In we go, buddy. I might start off in this back corner over here and dump our first load in there. There we go. Alright, that should be okay there. And... oh, yep, too many hands. There we go. Alright, just move forward slowly. And back. Beautiful. Okay, so that's load 1. Alright, same again. I'm going to do a time lapse while I pick up the rest of this stuff and dump it. Alright, I know I left a couple of scraggly bits there, but we should be alright. Yeah, so this tractor really is struggling to get up some of those hills. It's sitting on 6 kilometers an hour at times. It's a bit strange, really. It should be doing a lot better than that with this tiny little trailer, so I will have to investigate. Alright, so this is our last load from that field. Throw him in this corner. And then we'll see how many litres we did actually collect in total. And then there'll probably be some compacting to do at some point. Usually the sooner the better, probably. Get the silage happening so that we can get our own TMR happening. Alright, move forward. That's it, lovely. Beautiful. Okay, we'll pull this fella out here. Turn you off. And let's go into the F1 menu. 84,936, which should probably be alright to get us through. Yeah, it probably would be alright to get us through an entire season with everything else that we've got. However, I will compact that, but I won't cover it until we get our next cut in, so. F1 menu off. Okay. How are those fellas going there? We'll just give these guys a quick clean up and then we'll call it an episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one. When we come back from the next episode, we've got another field that we need to cut, which is, and then let dry for hay. And then we also have field 23, which needs a level of fertilization, so hopefully we'll be able to get that in as well. We'll also see what other contracts are up for offer, and maybe get an employee doing some work on that. We'll pay them to do our contracts for us. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Do need to try and figure out why this massive 235 horsepower tractor can only do 6 kilometers uphill pulling that crone. What we got on that crone? What was the required horsepower? 60 horsepower. Yeah, there's something wrong there. Alright guys, we'll see you next time on the Cattle Kings here in Greenwich Valley. Thanks for watching. Please hit like. I would really appreciate it if you hit like. I'm getting a lot of views, so it'd be great. See you then. Ciao.